In this video, we will see how Avalon can protect your network and make your operations easier. We'll go back to the example of device upgrades, which we already talked about in a previous video. We'll focus on the two aggregation devices you see on the screen. They connect the access switches of this building to the rest of the network. These two devices play the same role in the network. In theory, they could run any type of service, but in this case, they simply provide Ethernet connectivity between the access layer and the network core. To protect the network during upgrades, we will create what we call a redundancy group. The goal of these groups is to keep the network running during sensitive operations like upgrades. When a sensitive task is being done on one device in the group, it cannot be started on the others. You can create groups based on your needs. You can have more than two devices in a group, and you are free to choose which devices to group together depending on your operations. Here we can see the group on the map. You can also view and edit groups in Avalon's global inventory. Now let's start an upgrade on one device and try to launch the same upgrade on the second one. Right away, we see the second upgrade fails because the device is protected by the redundancy group it belongs to. As always, you can find this info in the Transaction tab. This feature will evolve over time to support devices with more specific upgrade processes. For example, when devices implement multi-chassis link aggregation. Some vendors allow upgrades to be managed from just one device. Avalon will take that into account, both for the upgrade process and for the possibility to automatically create redundancy group for those kind of devices. Now let's move on from redundancy group and go back to an example we showed in an earlier video. We will upgrade all the devices in building B1 and set up a safety rule that stops upgrades after a specific time limit. We already talked about this in the fourth video of the Avalon in 1 minute series. Feel free to watch it for more details on how to automatically stop services. The first upgrade will run normally, but then the service will stop for the rest of the devices because the time limit will be reached. Here is where Avalon helps. To make things easier when you need to finish your upgrade campaign later, we have added a button in the Transaction tab. This button lets you reschedule all failed tasks based on the upgrade campaign you started. When you click on the button, you are taken straight to the calendar, and a new service is created with the same settings as your original campaign, and of course, with the devices that didn't get upgraded. All you have to do is give the service a name, pick a date, and your upgrade campaign for the building will be completed. As always, our features are built based on your real-world needs and workflows. In fact, features developed for one customer are often appreciated by others too. Feel free to contact us to discuss your specific needs and try Avalon for yourself. See you soon!